Hey guys, welcome to day 9 of our yoga practice. So if you're just joining, subscribe below, and if you enjoy the video, please like or leave a nice comment. So we'll start off coming into a child's pose. So we'll just sit our bum back to our heels, bring our forehead to the ground, and allow our arms to rest by our sides with the backs of our hands on the floor. So today, through our practice, it's just really to give us a bit of a mood boost. So that's the aim of the sequence of movements that we're doing. So some days you wake up feeling a little bit low in energy, a bit extra tired. So this one is just to ease us into the day. So as you're resting in child's pose, just allow your body to completely relax. Maybe close your eyes. Just start to draw inwards, nice deep inhales and exhales. And maybe as we're in our child's pose, just take a moment to set an intention of what you want to get from your practice today. So we'll come up, stretch your hands forward and then bring them over to the right, bringing our left hand on top of our right hand. Or if that feels like too much of a stretch, you can leave it to the side of your right hand. So here we're really pushing our bum back to our heels. On the left side especially, we notice a lovely stretch all along our left side body. Keeping the gaze soft and down. And then we'll come back through center and over to the left. So really pressing back, bum to heels, bringing our right hand on top of our left this time, or for less of a stretch, bringing it beside our left hand, really pressing down and allowing our head to drop between our two arms, and just inhaling and exhaling nice deep belly breaths, and back to center. From here, we're going to come in and come to stand. So we're just going to very gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, start to lift the body up into a standing position. Nice and slowly, allowing the shoulders, the neck and the head to be the last to lift, and then maybe just rolling our shoulders a few times just to ease out any tension from during the night. From here, raising our hands above our head, bringing our palms together, then hinging from the hips and coming forward. Bringing our hands behind and resting them on the calves and allowing our upper body to fold forward over our legs. Again, here you can allow your gaze to become soft, just relaxing, bringing our heart above our head. And again, putting a bend in your knees if you need. Coming into a flat back position, so straightening our legs, bringing our hands out, nice long spine. Gaze between the hands, down on the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. If you like, you can put a little bend in the knees if your hammies feel a bit tight still. From here, we're going to step our right foot forward between our hands and our left foot back. We're on the ball of our back foot, or if you prefer, you can bring your back knee down and bring your back foot flat to the floor. So just for this variation, for me today, I'm going to come up onto the ball of my back foot. My front knee is stacked above my front ankle, my foot between my two hands, and I have a nice long spine, navel tucked, so I'm using my core as well. And from here, I'll stretch back into a down dog. So feet hip distance apart or a little closer, hips high, hands shoulder width apart, really grounding through all 10 knuckles in the hand and grounding through our feet. If we need a little bit of a bend in our knees, then we can do that now. And again, just allowing our gaze to come down. From here, we'll bring the left foot forward and we'll repeat the low lunge on the opposite side. So we have our left knee above left ankle. We are on the ball of our right foot, or otherwise we're bringing our knee and our foot down. and we're tucking our navel. So again, we're using our core strength. We're not just letting our tummy rest in our leg here. And again, you'll see I have a nice long supported spine in this position. From here, we're going to move back into plank or modified plank. So you can come into the traditional plank, high plank, or you can come down to your knees, crossing your ankles as you lift your feet off the ground. Whichever is easier for you. We're going to be holding this for a few breaths, build a bit of heat in the body and a bit of resilience in the mind. So if you feel that you need to change between plank and modified plank, that's absolutely fine. So here you have your hands, your wrists are directly under your shoulders. You're pressing firmly through your hands. You're on the balls of your feet. You're pinning your navel in so you have a nice long supported spine. You're using your core and getting strength from our legs. From here we're going to tilt forward and slowly lower down onto our tummies. We'll untuck our toes. We'll bring our elbows so that they're directly under our shoulders. Hands flat to the ground, shoulder distance apart. You might need to adjust yourself on the mat like I just did, and really pressing through our quads and our feet. Just getting that support and lift from our legs, bringing your navel in. So as you can see, you're using your core as well, and it's a nice little back bend. So this is nice for a mood boost. From here, we'll bring our hands by our ribs and we'll press back onto our knees. From here, bringing our toes together, knees mat distance apart, and we'll press into a wide-legged child's pose. So here we're allowing our forehead to come down to the mat again, hands forward, and nice easy inhales and exhales. And really to work with getting the most energetically wise from this practice, just trying to make those inhales and exhales as deep as you can. From here we'll walk our hands back in, pull up the old leggings and bring our feet out in front. So we might need to move ourselves forward on the mat because we're going to be lowering down onto our backs. So here we'll just come firstly onto our forearms and then on completely down onto the backs of our arms, gently resting our head on the ground. Bring our feet mat distance apart so that our knees fall in and lean off each other. And you can bring your hands down to the side, palms open to the ceiling. So this is constructive rest position. And again, just a nice way for us to balance the effort of practice with positions like plank, with the ease of constructive rest. So here you can allow your eyes to close, to draw your attention inwards, and then we'll walk our feet in so that our ankles are directly under our knees. From here, we're going to ground through our hands and lift up into a bridge position, slowly lifting up vertebrae by vertebrae. If you want, stay here, perfect. If you'd like a bit more height, then interlace your fingers and come high onto the backs of your shoulders and lift up. So again, this is just for an extra bit of lift. This is lovely as well for opening the hip flexors and working the psoas, which is our deep core muscles. And a lovely way to stretch out all of that area. So this is a nice one that you can also do if you want to do it after something like a run or a sprint, some exercise that you've been doing, or maybe a cycle or another at-home workout. And then slowly bring our hands flat to the ground and vertebrae by vertebrae from the upper back, starting to gradually roll back down until your tailbone comes to the ground. Then draw your knees into your chest and bring your hands to the tops of your knees as you rest here for a moment, inhaling and exhaling. From here, maybe we need to readjust ourselves. We'll allow our legs to come out and our feet to fall open to the side, our arms to fall down by our sides, our palms facing the ceiling. Coming into our final resting pose for today, Savasana. And as we're in this pose, let's just take a moment to give thanks to ourselves for coming to the mat today, for taking the time to do a little bit of mindful movement. And let's also give thanks for our practice. So in Savasana, any effort that we were using during the practice, we completely release as our feet relax to the side, our calves relax and sink into the floor. And from here, as you're ready, start to bring a bend into your knees. Bring your right arm out at a 90-degree angle and just turning onto your side. And just rest here for a moment. And when you're ready, pressing up and coming. Well, today actually we'll come bum to heels because I know some people prefer this to a cross-legged position. And you just rest your hands on top of your knees. Well done. As you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, your words, your heart, your body and soul. Namaste.